Thank you for joining us at the Adopt a Pet Show. My name is Brandy, and we have a full shelter right now. We are going to start off about talking about it because our shelter is, as you can see, we put on our Facebook page, it's 150% full. We have been getting, as we adopt out, we've been getting twice as many surrenders. We've been getting strays, surrenders with people passing away.
Unclaimed strays.
Yes, yeah, and beautiful, beautiful animals. So it's, right now we're doing a Clear the Shelter special, which means any dog that's a year and older is at no cost. You just pay for license if you live in Lake Havasu City. So if you come down and you find a new best friend, we are going to, right now, we are going to do Clear the Shelter because we want to get these guys in a home. Now, don't just come down because they're free. Come down because you really want to love them and give them that new forever home. These animals have been through enough, especially being turned over or being strays and not having their owners coming back. Their hearts are already broken, so we don't want that to happen again. So with that, we're going to sit there and we are going to get happy news now. We're going to show you some beautiful dogs. Our first guest here is Saint. Saint is one of Crystal's oh, by the way, this is Crystal. She's our intake specialist. We have Saint here, and Saint is 5 years old. He's one of Crystal's favorites. Crystal, would you like to tell him a little bit about him?
So Saint is an amazing boy. Obviously, he has these beautiful, long, lanky legs, so he's gonna want a good yard. He loves to walk. His old owner tended to walk him around quite often. He's not really a fan of the little kids because he lived the most smoothest, sweet life with just one gentleman in the home. He was his best friend. They did a lot of things together, but he's not used to a lot of commotion and a lot going on. So if you're looking for a best friend, a good boy that still has a lot of energy, but he's nice and calmed down, he knows some commands, he's pretty submissive. He's just looking for someone that's going to give him some direction.
Saint.
They said that his mom was a cattle dog mix, but I'm seeing a lot of Ridgeback. They also said Doberman, which gives you your height.
You chunk them up.
Yes.
So make sure you come on down. We are at 2610 Sweetwater Avenue, right off the 95, next to the new Mavericks off of Vacoma and the 95 on the south end of town. We're open 6 days a week, and now we are open until 5:15. For adoptions, it's from 10 a.m. to 5:15. So even those people that get off work at 4 o'clock, come on down. We still have time to do a meet and greet and find that new best friend. So let's get our next guest. And this is our sweet boy, Odie. Odie is probably between 6 to 8 years old. Unfortunately, Odie lost his owner. His owner passed away. So we have Odie. Odie is fully trained, potty trained, knows how to sit, he knows how to shake. He is all around just the best dog. We had them at Mud Sharks last week, and let me tell you, it was a puppy party. We had all the dogs playing with each other, dogs that they said they weren't good with other dogs. I don't know what happened, but they jumped in and started playing. It was just a puppy party. So Odie was one of the guys that even he is an older guy, he jumped right in and he was just having a blast with those puppies. So if you're looking for a dog that's just calm, walks on the leash, beautiful, he just wants to be with you. He's trying to get to Bill in Maryland because he really loves them. He wants to go see them. He reminds us, we keep calling him the mini Angus. So if you're interested, he is part of the Clear the Shelter. You get a full trained dog that's beautiful and wants to just give you some loving, huh? He goes, why are you talking like that?
He listens to you.
So come on down and adopt Odie today. He's like, why are you talking like that?
Here we are, and this is Mac, my Mac truck. He is just over a year old. He is very strong. He needs a stern owner that is steady on their feet. He is a huge puppy. He's full of love and full of play. We don't know exactly how he does with other dogs because he did come in a stray. I'm going to imagine that he will be playful, but he will be a lot because he is a big boy. He definitely acts and reacts to them like he wants to play, but he can be selective with his male dogs because we did neuter him already at this age of 1 year old. He is amazing. He's not too bad for how big of a head he is. He tries to be as gentle as he can with his treats. He loves toys. He's tossing them up in the air.
Sit.
He would do good with an active family, but again, you have to be strong. I don't know that I would suggest tiny kids because he does not know his size. He is a massive puppy.
Sit. Sit. Your eyes are about to bug out of your head.
Sit.
Now, we just want to let everyone, because I have been seeing a lot of people walking dogs out there on the cement. Even though you think it's 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, you got to realize it's still 100 degrees out there at that time.
And that black top is above that already.
Oh, yeah, big time. So it's like when you're walking, you're listening to your earphones, you're not paying attention to that dog that's going like this. He's not walking, he's staying hot. So you got to really watch out, especially when you take your dog to the lake. That sand is really hot. So it's when it gets to extreme hot, like over 115, leave your animals at home. It's not worth it. You can protect yourself, but when you get busy, you don't even think about the animals because you're playing in the water. So be safe. Leave your animals at home because we have been getting a lot of overheated cases. And it's only going to get worse because we just started in the summer.
Also, keep in mind, unfortunately, it's not that hard to shock an animal system or even a human. If you're trying to bring down the core temperature of an animal, you want to make sure you use lukewarm water, room temperature. Do not go cold. Do not give them ice. Do not put them in an ice bath. Do not try to run the coldest water over top of them that you can. That can shock them, send them into a seizure, and even worse, unfortunately. So we just want to be very mindful of how we are trying to help them out of it also, or cool them down.
And with that, come down and see Mac Daddy. He is ready to go. You were moved. And this is Honey. Honey is one of my favorites because I have a lot of favorites. You guys will find out. Every dog is my favorite. I've been working with Honey for quite a while. Yeah. Honey has been here, and when she first came in, she didn't like anybody. If you know anything about an Anatolian Shepherd, they're a one-person dog. She's different because we have volunteers working with her, so she's getting to know other people. You just can't approach her though, because then she'll do a standoff thing. We are looking for someone that knows this breed because this is a very special breed. She is a very special girl. There's 2 dogs that I've been working with a lot, and that's Nala and this little one. Little. She's not so little. She
was raised to protect, and it's in her breed, so yes. She knows it.
Yes.
Someone has to be aware of that to be able to handle it.
Now, she, like I said, when she first came in, I couldn't get near her. Nobody could get near her. But God bless our volunteers because they have helped her out so much. And now she's my best friend. Can you sit? Sit.
Good girl.
That's very gentle of you. Yes.
She is very gentle with treats.
They didn't get along at first. So come down, adopt Honey. You'll have to go through me when you do the adoption because I have to make sure she's going to be the perfect match for you. Mm-hmm. And we have to make sure that you understand on what's Honey's needs. So she is part of the Clear the Shelter, so come on down and adopt this sweet, sweet girl today. Yeah.
Hello, this is Mr. Oso. We are just adoring his little snorts right now because of his flat, adorable face. But Oso actually came in with a little friend. They just both needed some medical care. So one took a little bit longer to get up to adoption than the other one. I believe that they came in again because their owners passed away. Now this little guy had a skin infection that we worked very well on. We did good for him. We're working on his teeth also, but he is so friendly. He's not too fond of big dogs. He thinks he's a real tough nugget. But he did have a little poodle terrier friend that he was with. Huh?
And the Shih Tzu.
Oh, and yes, there was multiple dogs actually. There was a blind one that came in also, and they were pretty good. He just needed the most medical care, but he's such a sweet boy. He's a snuggler, he's a snorter, he's a player, but we really want to watch these short and flat faces in this heat out here. They will not do well because you already can tell that he is snorting and we're sitting in beautiful air conditioning.
So come on down. Oso is one. We also have another pug mix.
We have Bogey also. He is more of the sable color. He actually has cataract in his left eye, so he is blind. He's about 15, but oh, he's a sweet boy too.
So if you're looking for a small dog, and you know what, even though these guys are seniors, they need to have a home for the rest of their life, you know. And you can tell they still have energy. Just he'll need a harness, and yeah, he is just a tough little guy.
A cool spot.
Yeah. So come on down and see. Oh, so cute. He's ready for you. And this is Petey. We don't know what happened to him because he was just fine, and then all of a sudden he turned around and he realized there was cameras behind him. And now he's scared to death.
It was just too much.
He goes, I don't know what those are.
Paparazzi was too much.
Yeah. He's 2 years old, and usually he is playful and he's jumping around and everything, but he's really scared right now. So Petey, once you come in, as long as you don't have big cameras, you're fine. So or headphones. Headphones really get to him. So, but he is very playful. He goes into the play yard and he's a happy boy.
And his ears usually sit up and flop right at the end. He's real cute. He's just real shy right now.
We call him the little rascal dog.
Yeah, he's a little Petey boy.
Yeah. So come on down to the Western Arizona Humane Society. He is ready for adoption. And like I said, there's the ears.
There he goes.
Right now he's scared of the cameras, but he is the most happy, playful dog. So come down and adopt him. He is part of Clear the Shelter today. Hi, I told you.
Hey everybody, this is my best girl, Duchess. Now this girl has a soft spot in my heart. We have put a lot of love and care into her, and being one of the main intake and medical specialists on this side of the house, or this side of the shelter, as you will, I've gotten extremely attached to her. She's about 2 to 2.5 years old. She was neglected really, really bad and abandoned by her owner, unfortunately, with another dog that was a boxer. You may have seen Stella, that was recently adopted. She did not come in as bad, but she was in very rough shape too. So when Duchess herself came in, she honestly had almost no fur. You could count her bones just by looking at her from a distance. She was extremely inflamed. Her skin was extremely pink. She had a fungal infection. She had bilateral ear infection. She had entropion. So basically her eyelids or her water lines were inturned, so her eyelashes were in her eyes, stabbing her like sand and glass. So she had really bad green eye discharge. She was not fixed. She obviously, unfortunately, has been used too much, sadly. But after months of care, a lot of medication, medicated food, medicated baths, a lot of care and time, she looks amazing. She is amazing. Now we all get to show you all how beautiful she is, how great she is. Now I will warn you, this is a dog that we have gotten her to an amazing point. She will still get some hair back, but this is a dog that you will have to maintain, if you will. This is not something that's going to go away. She will require allergy medication and medicated food for the rest of her life. She is currently on hydrolyzed protein because you can move forward and do a full allergy panel with her. If that's something that you're wanting to do, it would definitely pay for itself in the long run. We have taken her off of her allergy injections themselves and are trying to just keep her on Apoquil allergy medication tablets daily. As that goes, she is still on her medicated baths. You would have to continue all of this and vet care, but let me tell you, this girl is worth it. I would vouch all day long for this girl. We try not to get attached, but oh, that's why we're here. You can hear it in my voice. I am not an emotional girl, and I try not to be. But this one is going to make me so, so happy when she goes home.
Yeah, so come on down. Ooh, I kept the right spot. Come on down. Duchess is ready for adoption, and like I said, you're going to have to go through her when you adopt her. So come down and
I
adopt
agree with
this
that.
sweet girl.
This is my girl.
And this is Sable. Now, Sable looks kind of like Blue, except a little bit wider. And she's a female. And she is only 6 years old. She loves her toys. She wants to play with the toys. Oh my gosh,
The snort.
Oh my gosh, oh my
baby.
gosh. You spread your legs too far. I'm sorry.
Twisted a hip.
So she is 6 years old. She just slipped on the tile. That's what happened. We're going to have to put a rug here when we have the old ones here. But she's 6 years old. She's really, really good girl. We had her at PetSmart, and she was playing with the dogs. Really good. With younger kids, I don't recommend. As you can see, if you have our kids, and all kids do this, toddlers, they pounce on the dogs. And we don't want, and we're finding more dogs that are in quarantine because of dogs being jumped on, and their reaction is they bite. It hurts them. So that's just a reaction. Does it mean they're a bad dog? Absolutely not. It means that you need to watch your kids more because it hurts them.
It means they shock the dog.
Yeah, exactly. So Sable, like I said, she is 6 years old. She did do the splits. She doesn't have bad hips or anything like that. She just slipped in her legs.
She could benefit from some weight loss, though, at this point in her life. It would definitely lengthen her story.
So she is also part of the Clear the Shelter. She goes, yeah, I learned my lesson. I'm not playing on this style. She is part of Clear the Shelter. So come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue. We are really full at this time. So like I said, we have all the dogs right now. Any adult dogs that are a year and older, the adoption fee is waived. You just pay for city license if you live in Lake Havasu. So please come on down and adopt this sweet girl, Sable.
She's more relaxed now.
I'm so sorry.
This is Mr. Ozzy. He is about 3 years old of power. He's almost 100 pounds. He is probably a Shepherd Great Pyrenees Akita mix. Very, very treat driven. Not a huge fan of toys, but oh my goodness, is he a lover. He's very, very fluffy though. He has a heck of a coat. Again, a lot of an energy. He's gonna need a high, strong fence. But oh my gosh, so much fun.
Yes, he is. So if you wanted, we've had him at different events. If you remember, he was at the Chihuahua races. And yeah, he won the biggest dog. There's two of them actually. There's him and a Malamute. Sit. Good boy. Paw.
He quickly follows
Paw.
sit up with shake or paw.
Shake.
So you have to
Good
be
boy.
aware because his paw's the size of my fist.
Yeah, his paw. Look how big that is. It's
He
huge.
definitely knows basic commands he can get down to. He's just, of course, very excited for the treat, but he's definitely willing to do the work and put in the work.
So come on down and see Ozzy today. He is ready to go.
He's his own crazy train.
Yes, he is. Buh. And this is Bear. Now, Bear, if you walk by his kennel, sometimes if you call him by his name, he shows his teeth. He's smiling. And it is the cutest thing. He smiles and he's happy. We had him at Mud Sharks. Him and Luna, which is our other black lab mix, they were just playing and playing. And supposedly Luna is not good with other dogs. So we found out that she is good with other dogs. She was just playing with everybody.
She probably had a female dominant home.
Yeah.
That's typically what happens, or they don't realize a dog is in heat and it becomes pretty bad at that point very quickly.
So he was great with the kids that came in at Mud Sharks, played with all the dogs. Very, very he's a kid in himself. He's only like 2 years old. So
he did come from a home with a dominant female dog too. Roughly his size, but it was a dominant female dog, kind of like a mother figure, but he definitely willingly was pushed around by her.
So he knows how to take order. We also want to let everybody know we are going to be at PetSmart, and we will be at PetSmart August 3rd, August 10th, and August 24th from 10 to 1. So we are going to be every weekend we'll be at a certain event. We also have Mud Sharks, and it's a Mud Shark takeover, which we have staff and volunteers that will basically we're not taking your order, so don't worry about that. But we'll be getting the dishes up and cleaning tables and stuff like that. But what's the good thing is we get 30% of the proceeds by the end of the night between 5 and 8. So mark your calendar for our August 14th, because that is going to be a big fundraiser for us to get some money in, and you can get some great pizza and beer there too. So yeah, really good stuff. So come down. We can give you more information when you come on down and you adopt Bear. Yeah. And this is Kinley. Kinley is about 2 years old. Kinley was found running on the 95 between Bullhead and Havasu. So that's all I can tell you. We think she's she's about 2 years old that we think. Her eyes, her eyes are beautiful.
Ice blue.
She's full grown, so she's not going to get any bigger. She is a healer Australian cattle dog mix. She sometimes gets along with dogs, but when dogs are really jumpy and hyper, it scares her. So even if people are being loud, that scares her. She's sensitive. So, you want to come up here? You want to come on my lap?
Little girl.
Oh, she's just so sensitive and gentle. Yes, she is.
There's not much to her either.
Oh, yes, she's just a little girl. So if you want a baby that's a lap dog, she is the girl for you. So come on down to 2610. She is part of the Clear the Shelter, so come on down and adopt this beautiful girl. She's waiting for a new forever home. And like I said, she's just so lovely. Come and adopt my Kinley today.
Alrighty, and this is Pinner. Miss Pinner is a Lab Terrier mix. She has a real cute perm that kind of goes down her spine very thickly and ends right at her rump where it is the most curliest. She is quite shy. She's very submissive. Now, unfortunately, she has quite a short story. She was adopted out by Prescott Valley out of the Yavapai Humane Society. And unfortunately, 2 days later, she was brought to us because that person could not really house her. It was not really cleared by landlord or anything. So that's definitely why we asked to make sure you rent, to make sure you own. It is not to fault you. We have nothing against you guys at all. We just want to make sure that these animals aren't going to come back to us in 2 days. And now, unfortunately, we don't know her and she's extremely shut down. So she is very sweet, but she's very scared. She went from one kennel to one house to less than 48 hours later, another kennel in an entire different environment. And I can almost promise you she's never been in 100 degrees, let alone upwards. So it's hard, guys. We want to make sure that we have a good home when we really sign the contract on these babies' lives.
Welcome to Lake Havasu, Pinner.
But she's a sweet girl. She'd be a good family girl. They did have a toddler, and she was very just mindful and watchful of him. She got along with him. She liked to be pet by him, so she'd be an amazing family dog. She just really needs the care and the time to come out of her shell.
So come on down and see Pinner. She's ready to go. Yeah, the way to go.
Meet Mix Dixie. Now Dixie's about 4 years old. She came in as a stray. She actually had a real thick collar on, and Sharpied on the collar was Dixie. But there was no family information, no phone number or anything, and unfortunately no one claimed this big chug-a-lug. She's extremely treat driven. She's extremely sweet. She does get along with other dogs, but she's another one that's close to 100 pounds, and she takes some sturdy feet. I do not doubt that she would love the heck out of kids, but she would knock them over and slobber them and give them a really good bath too.
You want to talk about St. Bernard, man.
Yeah, we have both taken a bath. She keeps throwing treats, and she's spitting her saliva like a sprinkler.
3.
Oh! It just flings.
This is saliva. Sit.
She's a character, though. She's
1,
very fun.
2,
She would be an amazing
3.
family dog,
Good girl.
especially for an active family that knows how fun a 100-pound dog can be. That is basically one of the children.
And she was at Mud Sharks also, and boy, her and Sky, which is another pit bull, they were having a blast. At first, she was just too excited, but she calms down. So come on down. She is part of the Clear the Shelter. She's ready to go. Let's get her a home. Yeah. And this is Tana. Tana is a year old, and she's an American Bulldog mix with some Lavender, I guess.
Probably lab pit.
So she is, she's one of the dominant girls. She does need to be the only dog. I think this is the first one that has to be the only dog. Oh, no, Honey has to be the only dog too. But she does have to be the only dog. And her bark.
Supersonic.
When I'm doing video, if I miss her, she's Miss Camera Girl. She loves being on the camera.
All the attention.
Yep. If not, she makes that squeaky sound. Yes, she does. That's the American Bull. Yeah, you get it. You get that. You get it. We have so many things going on here at the Humane Society. The top one is that we are really full. We're doing a Clear the Shelter. That is going to be all the dogs 1 year and older. They will be, the adoption fee is waived. You just pay for license if you live in Havasu. I also want to say that we have a mega 50-50 going. The 50-50 is $5 a ticket. And what we start the 50-50 now, and it will end October 25th. So we're trying to get that jackpot up way high. So that's more money in your pocket. So, and the other half goes towards these animals to help them. We also have, and I forgot the dates. We have PetSmart. PetSmart is on October 3rd, 10th, and the 24th. Yeah, from 10 to 1. It's going to be an adoption event where we're going to have a lot of animals that...
That's August 3rd.
Oh, I'm sorry, August. I'm so jumping the months. It's August 3rd, 10th, and the 24th.
We're trying to cool ourselves down already.
Yeah, we're done with the summer. So with that, we are off to see the kitties, the wonderful kitties of Waz. And don't forget to come and adopt Tana. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.